Morning, everyone.
Morning.
I am very excited to welcome you all here to the Leaders Meeting for Campus Island. For those people who are online and watching us, welcome. We're glad you're here. We are hoping everything will go well. We're also recording this, so we're going to post this up online. We'll post a PowerPoint up online, so if you want to take back and share any of this with some of your leaders or go, this is required watching for you if you're going to come, but we think we're going to answer all your questions. I am the camping director for San Diego Imperial Council. As such, I oversee all of our camping operations, Mataway Scout Ranch, Camp Aldala, and of course Camping on the Island. I was just commenting that in my 5 summers of overseeing these camps, I don't think I've been as excited about the summers that we have, the staff that we have, the programs that are planned. They are very exciting. The staff is so excited to be here. You are in for a tremendous summer. We're going to try and answer as many questions as we possibly can as we go along. If you get through the topics, please let us know if you have specific questions. And then during lunch, if you just want to line up and grab one of the directors or anything and say, I have very, very specific questions, then they're going to be here on even going on through lunch. And then we're at your call between now and the time you show up. So you can reach out to us and we will help you get there. So I'm going to look at what they're typing and say, we're not hearing you or something. It's a Mac. I don't do that. With no further, I want to introduce the camp director for 2015. Okay, the camp director for 2015. This is Charlie Nicky.
Hi, guys. Go ahead. I remember coming to camp, sitting exactly where you're sitting 7 years ago. And my staff will tell you I get emotional about this camp. My troop still comes here every year. We come from a long distance. We come from right over there on the hill. It takes us about 10 minutes to get here. And it's a great camp to be at. I'm waiting for my slide to turn.
Will you ask, so if everybody that's online, if you will please mute your microphones, you're kind of overriding our voice, and then we will look for why we may be muted. So, here we want to do this moment of technical difficulty.
But that's okay. So if you look around outside there, you'll see our staff out here. They've been coming out on weekends, making sure that everything's prepared for you guys when your troops come to town. They're here today, they're here next week, and they'll be out here pretty much every weekend until you guys arrive in June, July, and August. Carl did say that he's excited. I gotta say, I'm excited also. I'm gonna go ahead and introduce my directors. I do have the best staff in town. This is Andrew Primes. He is my program director. Want to tell us a little bit about yourself?
This is my 5th year at Camp Island. The past 4 years I've been an aquatics instructor, and I'm returning to be the program director this year. I'm super excited to be here.
Mr. Steve Saylor, my camp director.
Camp director?
Camp commissioner.
Did that once. My name is Steve Saylor. I'm the camp commissioner for Camp Fiesta Island. This is my 8th year here at Camp Fiesta Island. Some of us start out and just don't know how to lead. So it's a great camp. I know you guys will all enjoy it if it's your first time. You will enjoy the simplicity of a wonderful camp that we have here. You're not constantly looking for people doing that. So you're really going to enjoy it.
So who's been to Camp Fiesta Island before? And you're coming back? Thank you very much. You guys have a good time when you're here? I would like to introduce a friend of mine. We received this as a gift today. These are the gnomes. These gnomes are hidden around the island, especially during what week?
July 5th.
Huh?
July 5th.
25th of June.
July 5th.
July 5th. So week 4. So if you're here in week 4, keep your eyes out for the notes. John Jack is our Scout Skills director.
Well, I'm the Scout Skills Director here at CFI. I've been working here for 4 years. It's been a really awesome experience, and I think you guys are really enjoy being here for this week.
Cox, Major Civics.
I'm Jack's other half. We split the land department. He handles the Scout Skills, I handle Major Civics. So anything like mining and society or your citizenship badge will be under my department. This is my 4th year here as well. Very excited to be here. Looking forward to working with the boys. I'm sure they're going to have a great time. We have a lot of great programs lined up. And again, really excited.
And Ken, our Crafts Director.
So I'm Ken Clumsy. I'm the crafts director here at CFI this year. This is my 2nd year at camp. Last year I was the Scout Skills instructor, this year I'm the crafts director. I'm super excited to get all the boys excited about creating things, exploring their creative side. I'm really excited for this year camp. I think everyone's going to enjoy it a lot.
Right. And also, Blaine Shelton, he will be our business manager or trade post manager.
Hi, I'm Blake. This is my 2nd year here at camp. Previously, I worked as the CTP director. I'm really excited to have all your boys out. We're going to run a break shop, really try to keep everybody healthy and hydrated and ready for an awesome unit.
Hydrated. Let's touch numbers.
Yeah, well, that's there.
Okay. And of course, you have nutritional stuff.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
At least something in there.
Oh yeah, lots of good proteins and nut bars and things like that. Really keep the boys energized and ready to go.
And slush pellets. I think somebody turned the slide. Okay. So 1 month before you arrive, please finalize your plans and your advancement needs. Merit badges go online May 15th. Sign your scouts up then. Please make sure your scouts were prerequisites are required that they do the work. This is not a merit badge mill. My director will not sign off your scout's merit badge card, blue card, unless everything is completed. Showing up to a class does not mean it's going to earn a merit badge. So please make sure, especially in leadership merit badges, environmental science, please make sure they do the prerequisites. Okay? If you have questions regarding those prerequisites, or if you want to have a look at them in advance, feel free to email me. We will take a look at them.
Question?
Yes.
Sorry, you said May 15th it goes up online?
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Where will the prereqs be posted?
Prereqs are already posted in your packet. You can have them in the original leader's guide, and they're on the other guide you just got, the advanced, the resource guide you got today. Yeah. Physicals. Does everybody have their physicals taken care of yet? Okay. Wow, that's pretty good. Get them done. If a scout shows up without a physical, I believe it's 72 hours they can stay. After that, they will be asked to leave. So please make sure they show up with physicals in hands. Tour permits. Make sure you get your tour permit from your council. As well as the insurance. What's the insurance company, Carl? The insurance for out of council?
Just a certificate of insurance. So basically, your council can just call your local council if you're not in council, and ask them for the normal certificate of insurance for going to summer camp. It just proves that you paid that $1 a kid, or if you are a troop that has opted for other insurance, or like the LDS Church has their own insurance, then they'll get a certificate.
Update merit badges. If you have a scout who starts a merit badge or starts doing prerequisites or changes his mind on a merit badge before coming to camp, please update it through your scout leaders. Don't wait to come to camp. We are looking at our classes. We do not want to we don't want to put too many kids in the class and take away the experience and the learning that's going to be going on. We don't want to overfill the class. So please do your updates in advance of the camp. And you'll be getting emails from me starting probably in 2 weeks. So you need to let me know if any dietary needs, anybody with a CPAP machine, or any special requests. You'll be emailing me those, and I'll make sure that everything's taken care of, and I'll communicate back that that stuff is done. Okay. So it says 1 week before departure, you'll be getting a phone call from me. That's a little off. You'll probably be getting phone calls from me probably about a month in advance. I will be your best friend or your biggest pest. I will make sure, you shake your hand, you know. But by doing this, I will make sure everything is taken care of for you when you come to camp. So when you come to camp, all your needs will be met. Your scouts will have a great time, and it'll be smooth sailing. Also, when I call, make sure you let me know of any last minute adjustments. If you need to add a scout, I'll make sure we get that taken care of through legal. And any last minute activities on Wednesday will be one of the Wednesday activities. The Wednesday activities are incredible. Okay, when you check in, you'll be met at the front door by one of our directors. They'll give you a check-in number. We'll start check-ins at 2 o'clock. We call your number 1. You show up. You'll have all the stuff that's in your package in order when you check in. If you have it in order, check-in goes within like 5 minutes when you're in and out the door. So please make sure you have your medical forms, part A, B, and C. Any in-camp medication. I need to have that form filled out in advance. Dietary request. There will be either the form in your package. We will already have that information for you. But please make sure you fill it out also when you turn it in that tour permit, your current receipts to show that you're paid, council insurance document, troop officer, and any activity waivers. You have all of this stuff in order when you check in. You'll be in and out within 5 to 10 minutes. Brian, so you want to take over this?
Of course. So once you get here, you'll be introduced to your first mate, who is one of the staff members that you will meet during your week. That first mate will be with you through the rest of the week. They will eat meals with you. They will make sure that you guys have everything you need, and they'll kind of be your liaison between us and camp. They'll take you on a camp tour and get you to your campsite. They'll, when you're in your campsite, the mobile med checks will come around. So rather than coming here and waiting in line for med checks so that you have to wait in line and wait until the medical officers are ready to check in your troop, they will come to your campsite and they will check your med forms in your campsite for you. Then you'll go down to the water pump when you've done your med checks, and you'll do your swim checks. So make sure that your employees have their swim suits ready and accessible when they get here. And then you guys will be able to set your campsite up. So your first mate, while you're here, are here at camp. As I said, they are your kind of camp liaison, your camp buddy. For the larger troops, you're most likely going to have more than one, if not more than one staff member, at least staff member and a CIT and a CT for our counselor trainings. They will be with you for a week. You guys have any problems, anything, you guys need supplies, anything like that, please tell your first mates, they'll tell us, and we'll get you what you need. So they're certain. They actually become part of your troop throughout the week. I mean, they will become part of your troop. They will be there for your scouts who are struggling with the merit badge. They'll come here, kick down. I've seen them come to the campsites at night, help the kids with their speeches for communication, help them with their speech for public speaking, help work on their letters to the senators for citizenship of the nation and the community. They take a personal interest in your scouts and their success here at camp. So when they're taking you, depending on how things are working out, they will take you directly to your campsite, and then during the day on Sunday, they will give you a tour around the island. So they'll show you where our flagpoles are, where you're meeting for each of your meals, and all that kind of stuff. They'll take you on tours. They'll tell you this is where you need to be when this is happening. So that way you are ready for camp.
Are parents allowed during the week to visit the scouts? shows up, you must sign in at the front desk. You must receive a bracelet. Otherwise, my staff will stop you, they'll ask you who you are, they'll bring you back and have you sign in at the front desk. Okay, we just need to know who's on the island at all times. Cool. Does anybody have any questions so far? Yes.
Medical forms, 1 copy or 2 copies?
One, but you should bring 2 copies. One for
for
us
camp
and one for you. Because if you're going to be out doing things in San Diego while you're here at camp, you want to have that with you in case something happens. So I always recommend 2 copies. We will hold on to one in our med lodge. The other one's for you to hold on to. Any other questions?
I went a question online about what is the difference about check-in for LDS troops?
Okay. LDS troops will check in on Monday morning. I didn't tell you guys this yet, but that's volunteering. So we do swim checks on Monday morning at 6 a.m. We do them at 6 a.m. because that's when it's visible out there for us to see the kids. If you want to show up earlier than 6 a.m. on Monday morning, like around 5:30, go ahead and come on in. We'll communicate with you in advance. We'll schedule that. You'll come into the quarter deck. We'll do your paperwork, registration, and I'll take you to the La Jolla conference room where we'll do your med checks in there, take you to your campsite, and then at 6 o'clock we'll make sure you get on the waterfront to do your swim checks.
Thank you.
Any other questions? We're moving on. Mr. Steve. This is a picture of Steve in about 10 years.
Made soon. The reason why I had the opportunity to do the med checks is in my former life before scouting, I was a hospital corpsman for 24 years, so they allow me to assist with the medical checks when people are checking in. So, medical checks are very important. As was mentioned, you're not going to be coming to us and having to wait in a great big long line for an hour and a half, waiting for all your paperwork. We will go to your campsite. You will be putting your campsite together, putting your tents together, getting things ready for your troops. We will come in, we'll give you a quick safety brief, and then we'll be doing our mobile medical checks. We're going to check your paperwork to make sure that you don't have any allergies, to make sure as far as any medications are concerned, to make sure if there's any significant health histories that we need to be aware of. And we're going to take your paperwork and we're going to hold them in our med check center. And at the end of the week, along with all your blue cards and all the other awards and certificates your boys have earned this week, we will hand you back your med forms. Is there any questions as far as med checks? No questions.
So, the swim checks. In order to be able to do any water-related activities, including all the water-related merit badges and our night kayak, you'll need to be able to do the swim check, which will be Sunday for the Sunday arrivals and Monday morning for the Monday arrivals. You will need to, scouts will need to pass it, get a swimmer at least, to be able to participate in their merit badges without a over 18-year-old who is in the boat and that is a swimmer. So usually that means that we will have to adjust merit badges and stuff. However, if they do not pass their swim check on the day that they come in, that happens, whether it be because they are not used to the water or what. Every single free time, which is 4 to 5 every day, and then Wednesday it's from 9 to 12 and from 2 to 5. We allow for free, where they can take their swim check during free time, and they can also come up to any aquatic staff and do a learn to swim, where they can improve and be able to pass their swim test. We've had plenty of scouts come here, and by the end of the week, been able to pass their swim test, and they couldn't swim at all on a Sunday or Monday. So that, and then of course, they can also try Monday mornings.
I got a question.
Yes.
I got some young boys that bring first time scout camp, going to camps and stuff, and I've been telling them, it's on the bay, on the water, And so, there's sharks and, and evil things that lurk in the water. But is it just, it's in the bay, and is it they got to swim a couple laps, or, what is so I can tell them what they expect.
Okay, yeah, so what they should expect is, during camp, this will look very, very different. So out in the water, we'll have a dock, and we'll have buoy lines going between the dock and the shore, and between two docks, about 50 yards apart. Yeah. Oh yeah, sorry, the question was, what does the swim check look like? Like, what should the scouts expect when they are doing their swim check? So again, we'll have docks out there, and then we will have a good number of aquatic staff that are swimming, that are in the water, and that are on the docks, also including staff that are in the lifeguard tower and on the beach, to keep an eye on these spotters. So when they do their swim check, what they're going to do is they'll start and they'll we'll do rules and stuff outside of the waterfront so that they can know the rules before they start. We take them into the waterfront, tell them what the swim check is, and then send them out. They swim out to the dock and stand on the dock, and then are told to jump in the water from there. So when they are jumping in the water, there will already be staff in the water who are watching them and making sure that they are safe. They will jump into the water. They need to make sure their head's submerged underwater. Come up and then start using any of the forward strokes, front call side stroke, breaststroke, or a forward moving stroke to the first dock, which is about 50 yards, I believe, away, and then swim back another halfway using those forward strokes. Then they flip over on their back and do the elementary backstroke, which is chicken, airplane, rocket, until they get all the way to the dock, and then float on their back for 10 seconds, and are told to swim in the shore, and that's when they pass. If they have any trouble, the staff are there with Peterson buoys to assist. And they are watching, we're doing it a couple of scouts at a time. So that way we can provide adequate supervision and be able to help.
If you have a scout who for some reason does not pass the swimming test and all, during free time from 4 to 5, my instructors are in the water, and they're always there to help out people. So if you have an adult who hasn't swam before, who wants to learn how to swim, or if you have a scout who's struggling, my instructor will be in the water with you between 4 and 5, and they will help you out, and hopefully, at the end of the effort, you'll pass. Question?
Do they need a wetsuit for the mile swim?
For the mile swim, wetsuits. So the question was, do they need wetsuits for the mile swim? They don't need them, but especially if a scout is prone to getting cold, we do have cold days here where the water gets cold and it gets to them. So it does help if they can wear a wetsuit during the mile swim. But by no means is it required.
Online question?
Yes.
Can swim checks that were done by troops or other councils be accepted?
No, because they're swimming in the bay water. The bay water is different, it's salty. Some kids react differently to the bay water, so we have to do swim checks here. We've thought about that before, but it's not safe for us. And as far as a mile swim, my son does it every year. You're good with that.
Yeah, question is because I've been my kid is swimming in only the pool and never come in the ocean, so the experience will be quite different.
So for the mile swim also, we have the kids doing training throughout the week before we turn them loose on the mile swim. They'll do a quarter mile the first day, they'll do a half mile the second day, kind of in the laps. Once they qualify for those two, we go ahead and cut loose for the mile swim. The mile swim starts at the end of the point, comes out all the way down to the cove, and then back to the point. Any other questions? Okay.
I think we were on that side.
Oh, you're still on this side.
Yeah, we got questions.
Yeah. Don't be so anxious.
Don't mess with Steve.
Don't mess with my slide now. All right, so we have the opportunity, as most of you may know, this is actually a city park. We are officially the smallest BSA camp in the world, so we have our fame. The only part of the camp are these buildings. This is it. This camp here. The campsite's out there, the waterfront out there. This is all San Diego City Park. So for that reason, there are rules and regulations and guidelines that we have to obey when we're here and that you have to obey when you're here. One, for example, is no cutting down in the Torrey Pines. They frown greatly upon that. So the rules and regulations you should have in your packets. It's basic common sense. Don't park where you're not supposed to. Don't hang things on things that are already there. Yes, this will be your home for the week that you're here, but your mom wouldn't want you to hang your laundry out on her trees out in the front yard. So don't do it here. Type thing. Next thing we're going to talk about is the campsite inspections. One of the opportunities that I have as the camp commissioner is to do a campsite inspection each and every day that we are here at camp. So starting on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I do a campsite inspection. If your troop is leaving the site for that Wednesday, you're going out of town, I still will be doing a campsite inspection. So please make sure that your boys are aware of that fact. Campsite inspections are pretty basic. I'm going to make sure that your campsites are clean and that they're safe, and that you've made some sort of camp improvement for the day. Goes a little bit more into detail, but that's the basic stuff that I'm looking for. Boys love to throw trash in the fire rings. I don't know why, but they just do. Even though there's a trash can in every campsite, I'm going to look in the fire rings for trash, so just remind your boys, hey, Steve's going to come around and you have that candy wrapper in there, you better get it out before he comes here. So, campsite inspections. That are one of the requirements for Honor Troop. You have to have at least a 90% average on all your campsite inspections for the week. So, if you don't do so well on Monday, you get an 80 on Monday, but then you get 100 on Tuesday, well, you have so far 90% average. As long as you're able to keep that 90% average up throughout the week. There are also, you have to do a skit or a song at our Friday night or Thursday night campfire, depending on what week you're here at camp. You have to assist in performing the raising or lowering of the colors. You have to sing a song in front of the poles there, the flag poles. You have to do a conservation service project here at camp. And we're looking for maximum participation in our Scout Zone. Those are the requirements for Honor Troop. You can complete all the requirements, and then those troops that have completed that are an Honor Troop candidate. Let's say this week we have 5 troops out of this group that are Honor Troop candidates, and then the staff will decide which troop out of those 5 will be selected as Honor Troop. Any questions about how we do Honor Troop? Yes, sir.
Sorry, this is not about that.
Yes, sir.
Related to this camping during the week, where do they hang their red towels and red clothes?
Where do you hang your clothes?
Yeah, naked. Can they make it like a line?
Absolutely. So what we recommend on our daily campsite improvement are the camp gadgets around there. One of the camp gadgets that we highly recommend are clothesline. Again, you can't lash it to the trees, lash it to anything that's already there, but a couple of tripods and a line going across there makes a great clothesline that they're going to need it here. They're constantly going to be in the bay, getting wet, and doing things, running around, having fun. So clothesline is definitely an important thing to have as one of your camp gadgets. Is there any other questions? Yes, sir.
2 on the campsite. Is there a tent size limitation
The tent site limitation, as long as you fit within the site itself. So that's what I'm going to say here. And a little bit later today, we're going to show you where the campsites are. We're going to give you a tour. And what campsites you get assigned to, that doesn't happen until prior to that week. Usually, we do have people from out of town or in the hot areas. How many of you from out of state that came here? Oh, what state?
Arizona.
Arizona. Nice. So, what's it going to be like in August there in Arizona?
110.
110? That's probably why you guys are coming here, right? So usually what we'll do for the hot states, Arizona, New Mexico, Utah, Nevada, we will try to put them along the waterfront. And if you've never been here before, we'll also try to put you along the waterfront. But all the campsites are great. I mean, we're not a great big camp, as I stated before, and you're going to pretty much love wherever it is that you're going to be at. So, I think that tour that we go on after this will explain a lot to you. Are there any other questions?
So what kind of skits you looking for?
Skits.
Skits. We've seen some skits a couple hundred times. So what kind of skits are you looking for this year?
One of the skits and or songs that we have at our Friday or Thursday night campfire, depending on what week you're here, is originality is most important. I know that some troops have, well, this is a skit that we do every year whenever we go to summer camp, and it's probably the same skit that we see every year here at summer camp. Originality is important that we'd like to see. Something that they've made up, something that's new, something that may be about our camp in particular or camp that they've been to before. Different songs are always really enjoyable to have. I think that, if you as leaders are kind of tired of listening to them do the same skits, just imagine us going through 8 weeks of them doing the same skits as far as the staff are concerned. So if you can come up with something different, we would greatly appreciate that.
What is allowed in a skit? What is not allowed?
According to National Camp School regulations, there are some do's and don'ts as far as the skits are concerned. We'll talk about the don'ts. It seems to be a little bit easier. We don't want to have anybody dressed up. We don't want to have guys dressed up in girls' clothes. Try to stay away from death. I know a lot of skits deal with jumping off cliffs or planes crashing or dying here or doing that. Try to stay away from that. Even the King, the Queen, and the Gate. How many of you know that skit, right? That's a great skit. Yeah. I like it. I like the King, the Queen, and the Gate, but being dressed in girls' clothes and stabbing people, they're trying to stay away from those things nowadays. So, no throwing of water. If you're going to throw water on people, you have to let them know in advance that you're going to throw water on them.
Please let us know too.
Yeah, let us know.
And please, no Cowboy Bob. You guys familiar with Cowboy Bob?
Yes.
The quarter. Cowboy Bob, quit bang.
Oh, I know.
We've seen it 100 times.
That's probably good. Yes, sir.
Now, is there going to be run the skits past you guys? That way we make sure
Yes.
multiple troops doing the same
Oh, yeah.
skits? Okay.
20s and 10s are accepted.
Pesos?
Huh?
Pesos? You're
No,
close.
no.
You're close. So-
Well, no. We'll talk no.
Okay.
Yeah, so on Thursday afternoon, Charles and I and Primes and maybe some of the other directors will be around, and we're going to approve all the skits for exactly what I talked about, appropriateness, that it's not too long. You know, we also want skits to be 3-4 minutes. You know, we have on an average 15 to 20 troops here. If you have 10-minute skits with 20 troops, it makes it an awful long campfire. So, yeah. So, that's important. Any other questions about skits? Okay, thank you. Now you can switch.
Oh, hold on. So I'm going to jump ahead real quick. We have a guest with us right now. Carol runs a JADA. JADA is one of our Wednesday activities. Welcome. Welcome. I'm going to let Carol take the floor. I'll pass it up for you.
Oh,
Don't pass it up for you.
well, hi there. Thanks for having me. So the Jada is the only authentic classic wooden yacht here in San Diego. She was built in 1938. She's one of maybe a dozen vessels like her in the world. So she's really a unique opportunity for the boys to have an experience on. 70 feet, Coast Guard certified with 37 people. You can take it back to about 32 scouts and leaders. It's an activity for your Wednesday day off. And I have trained crews. I have a 100-ton licensed captain and trained crews have worked a lot with youth, both in environmental programs and summer camps, so they're really good with the boys. And we just keep them busy with fun activities for the 3 hours. They can rotate through the various stations, work in the lines, learning about navigation. We're not tying contests. We talk like a pirate contest. So we just have a lot of fun with them, and it's an experience that they probably won't have, have another opportunity to have elsewhere. So we can do a morning and an afternoon sail. So we can do 2 a day on that Wednesday. If you don't have that many boys in your groups, we can combine groups. And it's all inclusive. I have some snacks on board. I think what we've done last time. Afternoon is better because there's more wind. So most groups prefer to do snorkeling or something that requires, calmer seas in the morning, and then come sailing with us in the afternoon. So they pick up their lunch in the morning, at 9 o'clock when it's ready. They can come to the Sheraton. We're 7 miles away at the Sheraton Harbor Island Marina, which is right near the airport. And they have access to the pool, the jacuzzi, the spa. So it's a day for leaders also to take turns getting a nice hot shower in the spa. So you can hang out in the pool for a little while, then come on board, have your lunch on board, go for a nice sail in San
You should
Diego.
speak up just a little bit more. They're
Yeah.
having trouble hearing you.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, so we would do a narrated bay tour where they can see the military installation, some of the aircraft carriers that are in town, all of the historic vessels at the Maritime Museum, and just a view of the city and just whatever else is going on. We often see seals and dolphins in the bay and at the bait barges. It's a fun-packed 3 hours. Oh, so it's all inclusive, aside from a tip for the crew. And one other thing. Oh, so the pool. So a guest of the vessel and of the marina is also a guest of the resort. So they can enjoy the pool, the jacuzzi, either before or after the trip. Oftentimes groups want to come back for dinner time, but they can get a swim in, after the charter and before they need to be back for dinner. Any questions? Yes, sir.
When do we sign up for this?
My phone number is on there, and as soon as you know you've got a group, give me a call and I'll reserve that date for you. Anybody else? All right, thank you so much. Anything you think of after I'm gone, my phone number's on the flyer. Just give me a call and I'm happy to take care of you. Okay, thank you.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Carol.
Carl.
Appreciate it.
Bye-bye.
Okay, what's next? A week at CFI. Why not 2? Why not 2? Yes, come on up. Come on, a week at CFI.
All right. So, as you all know, you're coming from a week here at CFI, a week of awesome fun and excitement. So, Sunday, you're going to get here, you're going to check in at 2. We're not going to check you in before then. If you show up early, we're going to be like, all right, you're going to wait until 2, and then we'll check you in. For the check-in process, like we've talked about, you're going to get a first mate, we're going to give you a tour, we're going to show you the campsite, you're going to do swim checks, med checks, you're going to get everything done the first day. Flag will be at 6:20 on that day, so everybody will be in Class A uniform. We'll have the flagpoles out there. We'll we'll have our evening flag ceremony, and then we'll come in here for dinner. This room is where dinner is served, and then during camp there'll be tables all along the baby terrace out there, and we'll eat out there. The leaders will have a leaders meeting after dinner, or during dinner, sorry. And it will be in the Loyal Conference Room, and that will be where we will discuss what's going on for that week specifically. So we'll talk to you guys in there about what's going on, answer any questions that may have come up. Then that evening, we'll have our opening campfire. So that is where the staff will provide skits. So we run that whole campfire for you guys. We do skits, songs, it's a great time. And then it lights out at 11, and that's your first day at camp. Already packed full. All right. So Monday, flags are going to be at 7:45 with breakfast following. Flags in the morning, you only need to be in your Class B uniform. You don't need Class A. If you want to wear Class A, that's fine, but it's not required. Every morning during breakfast, you will send your SPL to the Loyal Conference Group with his breakfast, and they'll have a SPL meeting. That's where your SPL will sign you up for any activities you want to do, like night kayak or projects, start talking about honor patrol. Steve will be running those meetings. He'll talk to them about what they need to know, what they need to be doing to be running their patrols well at camp. Then you're going to go to your classes from 9 to 12:10. So your scouts should know what merit badges they're going to by then. On the first day, make sure they have their blue cards signed and ready to go with them. So the easiest way to get them their blue cards, so they just take them, sign, and give them to their merit badge counselor. That way we don't have to hunt you down and ask the scouts for their blue cards, because if we don't have a blue card, they don't get a merit badge. Then we have lunch at 12:30. So that will be just here on the baby terrace, and you'll wait out there, and once we're ready for lunch, we'll start calling up groups of random, like everybody with a hat on, whoever said grace. Then we'll go back to class from 1:50 to 3:50. After that is our free time. So free time is 4 to 5. The waterfront will be open. Crafts will be open. You guys can go work on merit badges, go have fun in the bay, whatever you want to do, that's your free time to use. On Monday, we're going to have an emergency mobilization drill. So at 5 o'clock, everyone needs to go to the waterfront with their whole troops. You'll get in lines, and we'll make sure everyone's there. We'll run a drill as if an emergency attack. It's an emergency drill. Immediately following that will be campwide cleanup. So you need everybody, all the scouts, all the adults are asked to help move all the boats in so we can keep our equipment up and running well. Thomas? Oh, question.
For the drill, what do you do?
So everybody will come to the waterfront and you'll line up by troop, and then our camp, they'll have the lifeguard tower up, and they'll ask each troop individually if you are all present, or if you're all present, or not all present but accounted for, or if you're missing someone. If you're missing someone, we'll have teams that will go out into the campsites, making sure, finding anyone who missed the drill and bringing them to the waterfront.
Does that count for the emergency predator match as the drill?
I believe so. Yeah.
You mentioned blue cards. How many people are bringing their troops to summer camp for the first time? To a summer camp?
My first time.
Okay. Blue cards. Go home tonight and start pulling out blue cards. A kid will earn anywhere from 3 to 7 merit badges. And the worst thing is when you show up to camp with a pack of 100 blue cards and you hear blue cards must be ready tomorrow morning to hand to your counselor. And you're like, no one ever told me that. And you're sitting up there and you're reading single name. Start filling them out tonight. Get them all done. Give them to the kids. Have the kids fill out their personal information on it. They don't need to put the merit badge in yet, because that will probably change between now and camp. But get them to fill out those blue cards. They should be filling it out, not the parents, not the scoutmaster. They should be filling it out. Get it done early. Nothing's worse than having them show up to camp and the scoutmaster sitting there until 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning. And I'll walk around the camp and you'll see a scoutmaster. How's it going? That'll not happen.
All right, so then the Monday is a little bit different because the drill. The rest of the days all pretty much look the same. So flags at 7:45 every morning, breakfast immediately following that, SPL meeting will be during breakfast. We'll have our programming sessions, so classes will be from 9 to 12:10. Then lunch again at 12:30 out on the baby terrace. Back to class till 4, and then free time again every day from 4 to 5. And then what's not mentioned here is that evening flags are at 6:30, I believe, and dinner's at 6:45. Again, evening flags for Class A, and then after that, after dinner is your free time again though, so every night crafts will be open if you have scouts who want to come in to work on their crafts merit badges or do the basketry merit badge, because basketry is not a merit badge you sign up for. It's just an optional thing you can go to crafts and do. You just buy the kits to do the baskets.
What time is that open?
The night crafts would be 8 to 9. And so, like I said before, campsite cleanup is every day at 5. We ask that everyone come out to the camp, even if you weren't using boats. It's really helpful. If everyone in camp comes out, we finish in 5 minutes. If just people who are at the waterfront come out, it takes us half an hour. And it's just really helpful if you come out, just move some boats. It doesn't take long. It's not hard. It's good exercise. And we really encourage the scouts to come out. We really want them to come out and help and be helpful to the rest of the camp.
That's part of the thing for honor troop. What happens for the honor troops is all the people who qualify, all the troops that qualify, their paperwork is brought into a staff meeting on Friday. And we basically sit there and we talk about the troops. Who did what, who worked hard doing this. And if your troop's out there working, helping the staff, bring the boats up and all, your scouts will be recognized. They're going to go, oh my God, did you see that troop 9999? Every single day, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, they're out there busting their backside, they're helping us out. That's how you get yourself recognized. And that's what an honor troop is. Someone who's out there participating in all the activities, but also with the campsite cleanup.
All right, so I was off by 10 minutes. Flags is 6:20 when it finishes, 6:30. Then our evening programs is 7:30 or 8. That includes Scouts Own. We have an Order the Arrow night, totemship, firemanship, a lot of different things going on at night. And then our night kayak happens every night. It's at 8:45. So what's going to happen is your SPL will sign you up for night kayak during the SPL meeting. A nice tip is if you guys know what night you want to go on night kayak already, send your SPL with a list of names on the first day. Because the spots fill up really fast, and if your SPL can sign up on the first day, you'll probably get the night you want, and you'll probably get kayak.
One thing about the night kayak, CFI puts on the most beautiful fireworks show for you. Every night. No, they take the credit for it. No, really. They take the credit for it. So we take the kayaks out around the cove, over towards the land bridge, and you lay back in your kayaks and your canoes, and the fireworks above your head. I mean, it's the most sensational fireworks show that scouting ever puts on.
Yeah. And for night kayak, when you guys will get here at 8:45, this will be our staging area, and then you're free to take kayaks, canoes, or double kayaks. It's first come, first served. So if you're on the list first, you get first choice as to what you want to take out that night. Everyone who is signed up, every spot we have a vote for. So if you're signed up in one of the spots, you will get a vote. It might be a kayak, canoe, or a double kayak. Then after night kayak, after that, we have flight hour from 10 to 11, and lights out at 11, and then on to the next day.
And then another note, on Thursday night is when the Burley Night Kayak is, and that starts at 8:15.
The nighttime kayaking, you
Yes.
know, you're making a sound, and I can just imagine it's pretty awesome. But will everybody have the opportunity to?
Yes.
And at different nights in the
Yeah.
evening? At least one time, so you can plan it multiple nights.
Yeah. Yes.
Do they have to all be cruise?
Yeah. So for the night kayak, the way it works is if they are a swimmer, they can go in their own kayak. If they are a beginner or a no swimmer, they need to be in a boat with a swimmer.
A swimmer adult.
A swimmer adult, an over 18-year-old swimmer. So if they didn't pass the swim check, they can go. That's fine. They just need to be in a boat with an over 18 who passed the swim test.
So a lot of the stuff that the SPL sign up for is night kayaking, it's the service projects, it's
Doing
flags, skits, songs. All this stuff is in your leader's guide. Sit down with your scout before you come to camp and go, we want to do night kayaking on Thursday night. And write down a list of all the names, because when your SPL comes to the meeting and Steve gives them the book to sign up, you must have each scout's name. You can't just put a line and say troop 9999. You must have each scout's name. So if you do this in advance, they can sign up for there's flags, they can sign up for night kayaks, they can sign up for song, they can sign up for all these activities on Monday night. So if you plan ahead, you're not going to have to look for that little hole that's somewhere fits in there, okay?
Each time they sign up, they gotta sign up for troop by name.
They need to sign the scouts up. Yeah, proceed.
For the night paddles, because they're using that as actually their buddy check board.
So if you sign up for flags, I gotta have.
Flags, you won't have to do that.
Flags at your troop.
Yeah, flags are
Flags is a troop, song is a troop, but the night paddles, the night kayaks, you do have to do that.
You had a question?
Do leaders have to do swim check also?
Yes. I'm sorry, I had to do it too.
yeah. If it's BSA policy, if you want to go in the water, you have to pass the swim check. So you guys need to come.
Are you doing the dragon boat?
So the question was, are we doing the dragon boat? I'm pretty sure, yeah. So yeah, we are doing the dragon boat again. For those of you who don't know, the dragon boat is this really long war canoe. You pack about 20 people into it. You go out around the bay, go around the island and come back. Or if you do it for the night paddle, you go out and watch the fires with them. It's a really great experience. You put 20 guys in one boat. You're just all going at the same time, real hard. It's a blast. It's a ton of fun. Any other questions? Yes.
Yes. So you only sign up for night kayak that night.
Yeah, if you want, there's a special spot for the sign up. So the sign up will have night paddle, kayaks, and canoes. It will also have a page that says night paddle dragon boat. So if you want to do a night paddle dragon boat, you sign up under that one.
Yeah, and then you don't go the other.
We've had, if there's space available, then you can do a kayak and canoe and a dragon boat. Usually the kayaks and canoes will fill up, and sometimes we'll have dragon boats open. So unless you guys really want to do dragon boat, I would recommend doing kayaks and canoes, and then if a dragon boat's open, you take that. But there's dragon boats going throughout the day as well, so everyone will have a chance to go on the dragon boat as well.
Last year, I see your front picture. Last year we had a lot of troops wanting dragon boats, okay? So we ended up running the dragon boat twice a day. We did it at 4, time we did like 4, and we did it again. We did it 2 times a day. And then on Wednesday we ran it all day. So if you want to get a dragon boat, we will do everything we can to get all the troops in the dragon boat. But you're allowed to sign up for one time for the night paddle. So you're allowed one opportunity through the week for the night paddle because you want to get everybody in there.
Online question. Do the boys need the merit badge before taking watercrafts out?
No. The boys do not need the merit badge to take the watercrafts out, but they must have the swimming.
It depends on the watercraft. So for night kayak, you do not need any of the merit badges to do those. But for like free time, for small boat sailing and things like that, they do need the merit badge or need to be in the merit badge to take those out during the day.
Canoeing, kayaks.
Those are allowed. You do not need the merit badge.
Paddleboarding.
You do not need the merit badge or do the other class. But like board sailing, small boat sailing, and our more advanced classes, those motorboating is not allowed during free time. Those are because there's not the supervision for motorboating. We want to have staff with the motorboats. Those are only if you are in the class, there's somebody in the boat that's in the class, or you are taking the class. So it's, as long as somebody in the boat has the merit badge is taking it, they're allowed to take it out.
So our merit badges, we have 4 different sections. We have crafts, nature civics, scout skills, and aquatics. So I'm going to let Ken talk to you about the crafts, since Ken is our craft director.
Back. All right. So crafts. We've got a great crafts program. It's going to be at the end of the Baby Terrace in a little tent. We offer wood carving, leather work, Indian lore, photography, sculpture, composite materials, art, and then those are the ones we offer during the day. And then there's on Wednesdays we offer art and fingerprinting merit badge. There's 2 sessions for those. And then, like I said before, at night crafts you can come in and do basketry. All of our crafts merit badges, except for photography, we have something you need to buy at the training post. It's included in your guide you were given today. It tells you how much money it needs to be. These are just so they can buy the kits so they can do the merit badge. So like for the wood carving, they need to get their slide. For basketry, they need to buy the baskets to do. But all that's included. Please make sure that your scouts have that money on the first day, because the first day of class is usually going over first aid requirements, going to the training post, and getting their kits, and then beginning the projects for the craft merit badges. that you can like earn standalone in the night class, but if a scout is having trouble with a project, they're free to come in and work on anything in there. Yeah.
Now, why would the adults want to build some crap items?
Because it's awesome.
I think there's a merit badge out there called the Scoutmaster's Merit Badge.
This is true.
So you want to get to know Kent, and you want to get his help. Because Kent will help you earn that merit badge.
It's a very prestigious award. Only the best Scoutmasters are able to earn the Scoutmaster Merit Badge here at Camp PS Island. I think I saw a few more hands for crafts questions. No? Oh, yes. And so another activity we do, so the Rain Gutter Regatta will happen on Friday. For those of you who don't know what that is, we make little wooden boats and we put them out in rain gutters and you have to blow them along. It's a crazy rule set, it's tons of fun, and you all get to try and beat the staff. Don't worry, none of you will.
Unfortunately, Camp Fiesta Island has been here for 21 years. We have never lost. They have tried. They have never lost. We have never lost. It's rigged. We never lose. Huh?
Do you use a leaf blower to land?
No, that's an idea.
We actually play in the same level as you do. We follow the same rules you do. We've just done it for 21 years.
Yeah, well, someone practice too.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh gosh, yeah. In practice.
Yeah. If your troop would like to participate in the Rain Gutter Regatta,
If you guys look outside there, that's the dragon boat you guys will be in. Sort of like that. And you'll have a little person on the front of the dragon boat going, stroke, stroke, stroke. And she'll ask your boys, can you do 10 strokes in a row? And the boys go, sure. And she'll count to 10. Then you're going to have a boy in your troop who you're going to want to smack. Because the girl will go, how many strokes can you do? And the boy will go, I can do 100. And you'll sit there, the adult, 99, 100. And she will count to 100. But those are dragon boats, and they're great fun.
yeah.
I'm going to do that.
Rain Gutter Regatta, that's right. So if you'd like to participate in the Rain Gutter Regatta, when you check in or at any time during the week, you can ask someone at the front desk, and we'll have a stack of Rain Gutter Regatta boats there. We'll give them to your troop. It's one per troop. And then you guys can go ahead and take them to crafts to work on them. Rules for Rain Gutter Regattas, we explain when we get to those, but right now, just you can only use what comes in the box. You can't add anything else to it. What comes in the box in blue. All right. Any more questions for crafts? Yes.
Can we bring our tools?
Yeah, and we also have tools at the crafts.
You can
I think we have the new style, yeah.
We have directly from National.
All right, if there's no more questions, we'll move on to Nature Civics with Thomas. Take it away.
Good afternoon, everyone, again. I know I introduced myself as Brendan, but my nickname here on the island is Tots. It goes with my last name, Takamori. But that's neither here nor there. It has nothing to do with Nature Civics. So first of all, I'd like to ask everyone if they could please flip to the second to last page in their reader's packet. You'll see the list of all of their best classes offered. Specifically, if you look down to the third grouping, that is the Nature Civics merit badge classes that we're offering. Again, a lot of them are prerequisite, and we'll cover those in a little bit. But I just want to highlight some of the ones that I'm very excited for, including the new ones we brought on to the program this year. Some of the ones that are always popular, and in fact are also even required, are the citizenships, both citizenship in the nation, citizenship in the world we offer. I highly recommend your boys taking those at camp. Number one, because they're a lot easier to get done at camp as opposed to at home. The instructors will keep them focused and on task. They'll have all the resources here at camp to get the information they need for their essays, for whatever speeches, presentations, group projects they need to do. Also, for citizenship in the world, there is a requirement where they need to meet with, speak, talk to, interview an international scout, which we will have here at camp for them to use. So again, it is an Eagle required badge, and it gives them the opportunity to knock out that requirement that otherwise would be very hard to get done. Also, another merit badge I'd like to highlight is Mining and Society and Geology. In years past, we've kept those two badges separate, but we've combined them this year because we discovered actually that with the merit badge revisions in recent years, a lot of their requirements overlap. So they will actually be earning 2 merit badges for that class, both mining and society and geology. They will get dirty, so you can go ahead and let them know that. That would be a lot of fun. They'll get to play around in the mud, dig things up, and eat some rock candy here and there. Another thing that you guys need to know is we have another combined class, public speaking and communications. Again, communications being Eagle required. Highly recommend they get those done at some kind of summer camp. Of course, I'm going to recommend our summer camp. But again, all summer camps come fully equipped with the resources and materials they need to get those Eagle required things done. Next, very excited because we've made some new additions to our Nature Civics program. I myself am a student of humanities as well as physics. And so I'm very excited that we're bringing on arts, more arts-related merit badges such as theater and scholarship. I'm very much a fan of arts, histories, things like that. So we're going to have scholarship where they can look not only with the requirements of them earning a certain grade point average, but we're going to actually look back in the history, look at some famous artwork, things like that. We're going to look at some poetry, just expand it a little bit more because in my opinion, scholarship is very simple, very easy. And so I figured if we expand that, let them have a little bit more of a taste of humanities, show them a little bit of what I like to do so much, what I love. It'd be a great time. As well as theater. Again, going back to what Steve touched on earlier, we like original skits. So if you have your boys enroll in the theater class, one of the requirements that they will have to complete is they will actually need to take part in writing, directing, and performing an original skit. That'll be a lot of fun. Very excited for that. One of our instructors is actually very, very, very good theater, not quite major because he's still in high school, but he's very involved in theater, very knowledgeable, much more so than I am. And he will be a great, great instructor for your kids who decide to take that badge. Also, one of our Wednesday-only programs is the Sports Merit Badge. That one is going to be a lot of fun. It encourages physical fitness. Boys will get out, get to run around, get to kick some soccer balls, throw some footballs. Inter-troop competitions if we have a lot of boys signed up. Otherwise, we split into 2 teams, kind of like schoolyard play. But again, that is a prerequisite. The boys that participate will need a note signed either by scoutmaster, parent, adult leader that says, yes, my boy has done some study. They have to research the rules, the regulations of a certain sport. They need to come prepared to give a presentation, famous figures, athletes, history, things of that nature. Again, on the very last page of your leader's guide, it shows the costs and prerequisites required for each of my Nature Civics classes. Costs are not too expensive. Space exploration model design, they will need $20 to build their kits, and for environmental science, they'll need $5 to $10 to supplement the tomato plants we'll be bringing in for them. Other than that, not too expensive. Again, lots of Eagle required badges. Highly recommend that they at least attempt 1 or 2 while they are at camp. Are there any questions? Yes?
For the Wednesday merit badge, do they have to register for that one, or do they just show up?
No, Wednesday is it's similar to kind of like crashing a college course. As long as you show up, the instructor will put you on the roster. Yeah, got a chuckle out of my brain here. Both college students. So yes, it's very similar to crashing a college course. You show up, you're enrolled, you'll get the badge. Are there any other questions? Yes, sir.
We're in August of 2007, and so it's 1 day less.
Yes.
I'll go with that.
Are there any other questions regarding Nature Civics merit badges? Yes, sir.
Just I want to repeat on the Wednesday merit badges. So they have periods, like they have 5 periods, and they need to be assigned those 5 periods if they want to work on any of merit badges, right? And if there is a conflict, like our troop wants to do certain merit badges together, and when there is a conflict where they cannot able to do certain merit badge along with them, so is that a Wednesday a good day to do the merit badge?
No. So correct me if I'm getting this wrong, but the question is, can they take any badge on Wednesday if they're not enrolled in it? No, because the way the courses are scheduled, the way the lesson plans are written, the work is done over a week's period of time, and to try and cram it all into a Wednesday session would take a boy close to 5 or 6 hours, especially for some of the harder courses like the citizenships. It may take all day, and we want the boys to get out to have a chance to go and have their free time. We also want the instructors to get out, give it a little bit of rest and relaxation. But also, again, it just makes it a lot simpler, a lot easier to control the boys as far as attention spans, focusing, getting work done if we break it up into those hour and 10-minute sessions throughout the week. Yes, sir.
How long is How long is the sports merit badge?
Sports merit badge will take about an hour, hour and a half, depending opposed to sitting in campsites and doing this or drawing in the dirt and whatnot. But again, there will be some academic time, for I guess lack of a better term to explain it, where we will sit down, we will look at sports history, we will look at famous athletes and their contributions to sports and how sports have evolved, and things of that nature.
So, on the prerequisites, do you want the kids to fill out the form, like a worksheet, and then have a merit badge counselor sign it off, or just bring in the proof that they did the work on the form, on the worksheet, and then you'll check them off?
What requirement are you talking about?
Like, say, for the citizenship in the world, there's like number 7. I think that was like search the web for some stuff, blah, blah, blah. And I think the other one is for communication is you got to go to a meeting or.
A scout is trustworthy. So if the scout has done the requirement, the scoutmaster signs off that he went through the city council meeting, that's what we're going to ask him to do. But we're going to sit down with the scout and we're going to ask, we're not questioning him though. We're going to ask him to explain to us what kind of meeting he went to, what was the meeting about, what were some of the topics that they were talking about, what's your opinion on the topics, do you agree or disagree? We're going to engage him in the conversation. Just because it's signed off doesn't mean we're not going to go over it still, but we will be going over it.
Okay. I do also want to touch on the workbooks. I'm very glad you brought that up. Especially for my department at least, the workbooks, the merit badge workbooks are very, very long, and it's a lot of pages to print out, it's a lot of paperwork. I myself, I like the approach where they do not need to bring the workbook. I'd rather have them bring in a pad of paper and a pen or a couple pencils, because a lot of it we're going to get done in group discussion, in one-on-one talks, things of that nature. If they want to bring the workbook in, if they want to print it out and fill in all the answers, they're more than welcome to. I'll be happy to sign that off for them. But it's just my experience and it's my preference that they ditch the workbook and instead just bring in a pad of paper and a pencil. It'd be much easier that way. And again, going back to a scout is trustworthy, having a note signed that says they did complete the prerequisite and they are able to describe it to me in some detail, then they'll get that prerequisite signed
Right, that
off.
was more or less for the workbooks, for that particular question that you have as a prerequisite, that they didn't fill out for that one. Instead of printing out the whole
The
thing.
workbooks
it's
are
on one,
unnecessary. Yes, that's it.
Is that just for the classes that your merit badges you're going to teach, or is that going to be across the board?
Those are just for me. It's my personal preference. The other directors will let you know whether they want your scouts to bring the workbooks in or not. But again, just because a lot of my courses that I teach are so long, the workbooks are close to 20, 30 pages, they're just unnecessary. We take care of all of that in discussion.
So can we generalize the question?
So nature and civics is basically the ones that you're teaching. Is that
Basically, overall, the answer is no. You don't need workbooks.
correct? Okay.
I mean, what we do different this camp is my directors are in charge of individual programs. So if he decides he doesn't want to do programs, we're not going to require his good programs. But they've always communicated with that amongst the directors, so they're in agreement that they're not going to be doing merit management. They're long, they're strenuous. And we don't really want the kids to be sitting there filling out those things all day long. We'd rather have them engage in conversation, discussion. So it's more communication and more understanding.
There are a few, if you look on the very last page, on the notes section, there are a few that just say pamphlet encouraged. And for some of those, those are the longer, more involved merit badges. If you just have something to write down that's a guide to take notes on for those merit badges, it helps. But for pretty much everything, it's not required. It's not required for any merit badge, but there are a few where it's helpful, but if they don't have it, they'll get it still, as long as they do the work.
There was a question over here.
The sports merit badge on Wednesday is out and have to be Wednesday morning.
It's going to be Wednesday morning and Wednesday afternoon. We split it into 2 sessions, yes. To mirror the arts and fingerprinting. That way, if they
Both
take
required or one or the other?
no, one or the other. Similar to the arts and fingerprinting offered on Wednesday, in case, say that a scout wants to earn arts and fingerprinting in the morning, we don't want them to miss the opportunity to earn sports, so we'll offer it in the afternoon. Are there any other questions? All right, then I will pass it off to Jack.
One thing I've noticed, people are holding the time limit for an hour and a half for the merit badge. It could run longer because of not only kids who are in the class. Okay, so don't hold this to that 90 minutes. Okay, depends on how many people hold on, but it could run longer.
Another online question.
Yes, sir.
Scuba merit badge, should the boys get certified?
Yes, and we will be going over that merit badge momentarily. So give me like 5 more minutes.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, the other half of the land department.
Scout skills.
Alrighty, hey guys, I'm Jack. I'm the Scout Skills Director. And I'll start off with the Mariners program we have. It's equivalent to our Trail to First Class that we have. Mariners 1 is from tenderfoot to second class, and Mariners 2 is second class to first class. And while they're taking both of them, they will get both first aid and swimming merit badge. Sorry, I just crossed the side. Okay, we're all good. All right. So that's Mariners. Let's see. So the other merit badges we offer. I offer astronomy, camping, e-prep, fire safety, first aid, fishing, geocaching, Mariners program. It's not a merit badge. Medicine, orienteering, pioneering, search and rescue, science, signals and codes, and wilderness survival. Science, signals and codes is pretty much a brand new merit badge. It's really interesting. It has everything from signal flags to ASL to Braille. And we'll be teaching a little bit of everything. We'll be having scouts learn different letters of each, different kinds of signals and codes. Learn a little bit of Braille, learn a little bit of signal flags, so on and so forth, and we'll have demonstrations of each. Another interesting merit badge we have is geocaching, and it's kind of a mixture of orienteering and archaeology. Not really.
It's a treasure hunt.
Whatever. It's a treasure hunt. Yeah, exactly. And yeah, we just got that this year. It'll be interesting. So you see fishing on the last page. It says $70 cost. That is the cost to go on the fishing trip. It's not required that you go on the fishing trip, but it would be. It's just a really fun experience. Kids get to go deep sea fishing, catch some rockfish, some sea bass or something like that. And if they don't have requirement number 9, which is the prereq, they can catch, clean, and cook a fish pretty easily. Typically, when they go fishing on the boat, they're almost guaranteed a fish. Let's see. I have 3 Eagle Scout merit badges in my area. I have camping, e-prep, first aid, and fire safety. Let's see. It says pamphlet and courage. I mean, I think pamphlet, I have the same opinion as these guys. They don't really need it unless for the really strenuous merit badge. It's e-prep could be one of them that you might need it or might be able to use a little bit. That's everything I've got. Questions?
To complete some of these merit badges, do they need to show for multiple periods? In other words, it says first aid, second and third. Do they need to show the second and third period the whole week, or maybe the second period the entire week?
No. Let's see. Where is it? First aid. No. No. You'll need to be there for one session. That goes for everything. The only time that you're there for multiple sessions is when it says periods 1 through 3 or 4 and 5.
Oh.
Yeah. The only merit badges in my area or classes in my area are the Mariners program, and they go from 1 through 3, from 3 to 5.
I just missed the deep sea fishing. Is that offered every day or
It's offered on Wednesdays.
just Wednesday?
Yeah, Wednesday morning until about 2.
We're going to go over the Wednesday activity.
Yeah.
Here's an online question.
Quick online question. How many people are allowed on the boats, referring to the fishing boats, per trip?
I guess we're starting now. Fishing now. How many people are allowed on the deep sea fishing boat? We rent out the Daily Double, which is a big deep sea fishing boat here in San Diego, over at Point Loma. We leave here to camp at 5 o'clock. 5:30 as we get all the kids here. We take a bus over to Point Loma, and we go out till 12:30, and we come back after that. The boat holds 60 people. This is a scout-only boat, so it's just for the people here at camp. So there's no one else showing up on the boat. So it's just basically our campers here at CFI.
Thank you.
For the Mariner program, is it the boys are going to be there for sessions 1 through 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, multiple sessions.
All right.
There's a lot of requirements to cover and a lot of things to do.
That's
they
1
will be
through
getting
5?
First aid merit badge and swimming merit badge while they're at it.
So they get those merit badges in those within those 5 seconds.
Yes.
Okay.
1 through 5 is Mariners program?
Yeah, 1 through 5. Well, Mariners 1 and Mariners 2. So.
The different Mariners 1 is their first group.
Yeah, so Mariners 1 is from, it's from tenderfoot to second class. Mariners 2 is from second class to first class.
So can they sign up for one?
Yeah, you can sign up for just one. Like if you're second class, you don't need to take Mariners 1.
So how do the periods work for them? Because there's 5 periods.
Then you'll just take 3 through 5.
Okay.
Yeah, on the last page, on the other side, it says periods 1 through 3, and then Mariners 2 is 3 through 5. So if you're only taking Mariners 2, you just need to go from second class to first class, you just go to Mariners 2.
And what merit badges do they get?
First aid and swimming.
Okay.
So let's say we have first years who just crossed over. We want to work on all the requirements all the way through that. Can they stay through all 5 periods then?
Yes. Yeah, they can take both of them. They can
Okay.
take both classes if they want.
Okay,
But that means all their periods are filled.
that's fine.
Alright. Any other questions?
Chris Allen. Thank you, John Jack.
So hi. Oh wait, sorry. Can I get that back? Hi. So my name is Chris Allen. I'll be the aquatics director this summer. Aquatics. You guys are October, right? Great. I mean, yeah, we have lots of other stuff here, but we got the boats, we got the location. So, in the aquatics department, we have a wide range of activities. We have canoes, kayaks, we have sailboats, both 15-foot catamarans and smaller model sailboats used for class. We have motorboats. The motorboats are only for class use. If the kid is signed for motoring class, they're going to use them during class, so they don't have free time. But the kayaks, canoes, paddle boards, board sails, small boats, sailboats, rowboats, those are all available for free time use.
And the camera and the drone.
Yeah. Let's see. So with the merit badges, called the aquatics merit badges, a prerequisite for all of the merit badges involved boats is the kids have to have swimming, I believe, before they can complete the badge. I'm pretty sure what we do is if they're taking swimming while they're here, then they can also. I think it makes sense. Let's see.
Life saving, we do not do concurrently with swimming because we kind of want to have, we want to make sure that they have swimming before they actually take life saving. So usually we don't do those.
Let's see. So for board sailing, canoeing, kayak life saving, motorboating, let's see. Life saving is one of those classes where it's taught over 2 sessions. Life saving is taught like first and second or fourth and fifth. So it's 2 sessions instead of 1. You guys were asking earlier. Pretty much all their classes are taught all of the sessions, with the exception of like rowing and board sailing. Let's see. Swimming. We offer swimming here. It's for any kids that don't have swimming. Let's see. Alright. So we have all of our regular merit badge classes. We also have some higher adventure classes, flying hole and PWC. Those are, let's see, flying hole, we use 50-foot catamarans for kids that already have sailing experience. And they basically go out on the catamarans and they learn how to sail those, and they get to go out into the larger part of the bay. And that class takes basically the whole afternoon from period 3 on through free time. Kids already have to have the small sailing merit badge. They're going to take flying hole, and they should be at least 14. For the PWC class, it's personal watercraft. It's a jet ski program. It is for kids who are, well, orphans who are 16 years of age or older. It costs an extra about $200, maybe a little more.
$190 in here.
Is that what we're doing, Steve? PWC? Okay. It costs an extra $190. It basically, it'll go for 3 sessions out in the morning or afternoon training with the police center for it. Let me assure you, it is fantastic. I used to teach it for many years. It's basically, it's a great way for the kids to learn how to use the jet ski safely.
a lot to do and maybe might want to try something new. Let's see. We also offer another class called Nautical Survival. It's kind of like one of our merit badge classes. It goes a little, it's basically we combine life saving and wilderness survival together. It's 2 sessions in the morning. They work on requirements for life saving and wilderness knowledge throughout the week. And then on Thursday nights, they do an overnight trip. They go to this island. So that's a lot of fun. I don't know. We also have the water sports merit badge, which we offer in the afternoon. We go through, it's the Mission Bay Aquatic Center over on the other side of the bay, and it's hop on a boat and learn how to.
Can you speak up a little bit? We're having trouble hearing you online.
Okay, sorry. We also have the water sports merit badge. That's in the afternoon, starting at 1 o'clock. We go through the Mission Bay Aquatic Center for any kids set up for that, and they basically learn how to wakeboard. Right? Do they water ski? And water skiing, wakeboarding, water skiing. Let's see. So they're gonna always have to leave during lunch for that, but that's a lot of fun to get. I like stuff from that. In addition to,
Your choice.
anyways, let's see. Yes.
Got 2 questions. First question is regarding the mile swim. Does the scouts practice mile swim training on one of these periods or out in different time slot? And is there a supervision while they are training for the mile swim?
For the mile swim, we do it on Friday morning, 4 flags. Throughout the week, they have to basically do a practice each day where they do, start with like maybe 4 laps and then do, like 8 laps. It's like quarter mile and then do half mile or something. So basically, they have to practice throughout the week. They can do it during free time, or if you're going to build leader, you can do it pretty much any time that the waterfront is open. Kids have to do it during free time because they're busy.
Are there any supervision?
Yes, when the waterfront's open, and lifeguards are there, they can practice the mile swim. They have to do a set number of laps. They have to do more each day. And after they've completed all the practices, then they're good to do mile swim on Friday morning.
And the second question is,
Yes.
sorry, second question is, can the adult leaders check out the gear like a paddle board during the day?
If they want to go paddleboarding or kayaking or anything like that, we have free time from 4 to 5 p.m. on throughout the week. On Wednesdays, we have free time pretty much all day long, from 9 to 12, 2 to 5. Free time is the time when the kids can take any boat out that they know how to use. They can take the paddleboards, the board sails, they can go sailing if they know how to sail, they can take the kayaks, the canoes. They can't take the motorboats, though. That's only for class use. And also rowboats. No one wants to go.
So you mentioned get adults take out the equipment. Yes. If the equipment is not being used by the scouts, we will let the adults take the equipment out. Okay. The priority is the scouts first. Make sure they get the, as much use of it out as possible. But if you want to go kayaking, canoeing, paddleboarding, yes. If the equipment's not being used, you're more than welcome to go. Thank you.
One thing I forgot to mention about board sailing and also flying hole, those 2 classes are not merit badges. The board sailing is a BSA patch. They'll learn how to, board sail and they get a little patch for it, but it's not an actual merit badge. Same thing with flying hole. It's basically just an advanced sailing class for kids like want a little more challenge. Just so we're clear on that. Let's see.
Nautical survival is 2 merit badges. It requires 2 blue cards, 1 for life saving and 1 for wilderness survival.
Does anybody else have
A nautical survival class.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions about the merit badge classes? If not, we can talk about some other of the programs we have with the clients. Yes.
I just need clarification. For example, like leather work. So it's offered first period and fifth period. So I'm going to go with the assumption that first or fifth period he's taken that merit badge that entire week. Correct?
First period.
I just need to.
It's like a regular school schedule.
Okay.
You know, you go to school, you have English, math, history.
Okay.
The same thing. You're going to be assigned 5 classes. You pick your classes.
Okay.
And you'll follow the same schedule period 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 12, 8.
That's the way I read it. I just know that somebody might ask me and I'll be like,
I find it that sometimes they finish it early when it
they finish the leather work early, that's possible.
Yeah, they'll still go to class and we'll have them work on other projects just to have them keep doing it. They can't, if they've finished the merit badge, they still have to be in class. They can't just roam around.
No, they can't just say, I'm done, I don't have to
Yeah,
go
we
back.
don't,
Okay.
you as scout masters want your time to yourself. You don't want to be dragging around 10 little kids with you at all times. So, if you finish a merit badge, there's other things for them to work on. Good, Chris?
Well, let's talk about what else we have, let's see, so outside of our merit badge classes, we have some other programs here. We have the sludge swim, which is on Tuesday and Thursday mornings. Get up like 7 o'clock before flags, get out there and get wet and sandy. It's a great way to wake up the kids and get some churros. Good stuff. Okay. Yeah, I mean, other camps call it like the polar bear swim or water dog swim. We call it sludge swim for freshman polar bears. Let's see, we also have at night, we have our night kayak. Every night, SeaWorld, which is just across the way, they shoot out fireworks at about 9:53, 9:54 every single night during the summertime. And we, you can sign up for it. You can sign your kids up for it. We have a book that you'll be able to sign up for that. And the kids go out in kayaks and canoes, and they paddle out to a cove that's just around the corner and watch the fireworks from the water. And we offer that Monday through Thursday nights. It's a lot of fun. It's a pretty cool experience. That's night kayak. Does anybody have any questions about what I said?
Well, actually about flying hole, did you touch on flying hole? What that is?
Flying hole is it's an advanced sailing class. It's for kids who are at least 14 years old and they've already taken a small sailing class. And if they just want a little more challenge, basically go on bigger boats and they go farther. And they do a sailing trip like across the bay to a burrito shop. And they basically, it takes 3 sessions in free time. So if your kid's trying to earn a lot of merit badges, that's the class to take. It's sort of a high adventure thing.
You do have a couple of groups that have a lot of that. So there's no new merit badges in that. It's more a little bit higher than.
Yeah, flying hole isn't actually merit badge, it's a high adventure
So there's
program.
there's no merit badges, it's just an activity. Okay, got it.
And also, if it wasn't already clear, the kids have to pass the swim test when they get here. If they want to continue with their aquatics classes, if they get here and they don't pass the swim test, they're not going to be able to do any of their aquatics classes. But, if anybody has any other questions about class?
Someone had asked about scuba diving.
Scuba diving.
But before we start the scuba diving, I need everybody to stand up.
Stand up! We love to stand up! Everybody stand up!
Okay, this is where I find out if you're paying attention. Or if you're sleeping. By a raise of a hand, what's my name? Charles. What's my name? Very good. By a raise of the hand, what position is Mr. Steve Saylor over here? And the funny beard.
Camp Commissioner.
What?
Camp Commissioner.
Shirt. You got your shirt. Next question. Raise your hand. Is Flying Hall a merit badge? These are the official Steve Saylor hats. If you ask Steve Saylor politely, he will sign it for you. This is for the people who've been here before. Raise your hand, please, if you can show me the Steve Saylor salute. Very good. Steve Saylor salute. I'm going to indoctrinate you all right now. Steve, come up here, please. On the count of 3, folks, we need to do it properly. We're going to salute Steve. Go, salute. Steve. When you see 300 kids doing this every day in flags, you'll get sick of this mustache too. Next question, by raise your hand. What day is fishing?
Wednesday.
Every day. We put your coffee. We do this cold beverages. Good. Any questions? Come on.
What time is night crafts?
What time is night crafts?
8 hours, 8 to 9.
Yep.
There are $8 in the trading post. Trading post is open every day. You got this one? Okay. No, you have to give it away. It's not yours.
Oh!
You said you got this one. It's on. It's not yours.
Okay, gotcha. What is the average throughout the week?
2.5.
Average throughout
90.
the week that a campsite inspection must be.
90.
Yes, sir.
90%.
90%.
You already got it.
Here we go.
I'll give it to Ed lead with me.
You want to trade? What?
You can go to the other one with me. He came with me, so.
All right.
And he knows it also.
Okay.
Keep your hands down until the questions asked.
Here we go.
I know the. Sure, let him.
Hold on. We got one.
All right.
What time is check-in?
Which day?
Chris Allen. Now, how many of you have woken up in your tent and you're looking for a cup to drink out of? And you're reaching around, you can't find it. CFI has a glow in the dark cup. You can buy it in the trading post right over there. But sometimes this glow in the dark cup is just too bright. So you gotta look cool. And your CFI shades, which are available in the trading post back there. You can hook this cup on your belt with a CFI carabiner, which is available where?
All right, guys. So, what do you have to do if you want to do the mile swim at the end of the week? So,
You have to swim throughout the week and increase every day.
right, do your swim practices. All right.
Still not as cool as you need.
You don't know?
Yeah, these are one right now.
All right, you're fired.
I'll take a job swim.
Okay. There is a boat that you can take on Wednesday called the Jada. The kid's going to go on the boat. Raise your hand if you can tell me what the parents are going to end up doing.
All right. This is like a free-form question. It wasn't on the slides. So, what is the most important thing to happen in camp? Go right there.
Have fun.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on tight, have a seat. Okay, at CFI, there's a lot of stuff going on during the day. Very true. At nighttime, there's also a lot of stuff going on. We have the token check. We also have the fireman check going on Tuesday, Thursday night. On Tuesday night also, we have Leaders Social. Scouts, assistant SPL. Scouts are not allowed. It's a Leaders Social where all the leaders get together in a little white conference room, get to know each other, have some fun. Tuesday night is also movie night and Scouts Own. Scouts Own starts over in the theater at 7 o'clock with a little bit of tranquility. Time to just kick back and just kind of reflect. Then we also have movie night, which follows Scouts Own, where the kids will be partaking in popcorn, homemade root beer, and snow cones. No limit, no cost. What happens to them when you go back to your campsite all amped up on sugar? Is your this year? Yes, sir.
What type of movies are they watching? Can we make requests?
Huh?
Can we make requests on
G
movies?
movies.
I'll tell you right now. Last year I was really disappointed in the Scouts.
Hey,
I'm in my office working,
great.
and I'm out here hearing 300 boys going, "Let it go, let it go." And it was my staff singing too. I have not seen that movie because of that. This year is the 100th anniversary of OA. We have a special patch right here. This is the centennial patch for OA, which we give out here at CFI. To earn that patch, you must show up to the OA activity on Thursday night. You must take part in a social service project here at the camp, and you must also promote our camp via postcard or Facebook post or something like that. By doing that, you will be able to earn this patch. It's a one-of-a-kind patch. Also at night, what? No, that's for the other patch. Also, nighttime crafts. I highly recommend taking your kids in there. It's a great place to park them. It's a great place for them to have some fun. The craft department last year was just a really cool social hall. A lot of people have been asking about the shoe wear. Okay? The craft department is the only place you need to have closed-toe shoes. Nope. I didn't tell you about that. We want the kids to have fun. If they're wearing flip-flops on the island, please be careful. Please tell them to not run. But we're allowing them to wear flip-flops all around the island this year.
And as a note, as an addition to that, like the closed-toe shoes and crafts is really important because we have sharp tools, we have heavy tools, we have a lot of things that can injure people. If I see a scout that doesn't have closed-toe shoes, I will send them back to camp because it is a safety concern. I will make them walk back and get closed-toe shoes. So if you know a scout is going to crash, just look at their feet and make sure that you can't see their toes, because I'll send them back.
They can always go to the trading post and buy one of those little CFI backpacks, put their shoes in there, and they can always switch them out from water shoes to closed-toe shoes. Adult training. Adults get bored, so we want to keep you guys busy and occupied. We offer CPR, AED, first aid training. We have a lead no training program going. For our aquatics, we have aquatic supervision, safety of flow, safe swim defense, paddle safety course, swimming and water rescue, IOLS, and the #1 adult training class we have here is Nap Safely. Every year we have to bring in our Steve Sailor and our medics to treat people. Adults fall asleep in chairs. They fall out of the chairs. It's rocky. You might be napping, and a scout runs up to you and goes, Scoutmaster, Scoutmaster! And you wake up, you might actually, it's a dangerous thing. So in nap safety, we teach you how to nap. We teach you proper supervision. We give you the proper forms for your wife to fill out. You need to take this course. You can get certification with 100 hours of supervised sleeping. You can be an instructor like us. While you are here, you must complete, like the scouts are completing the hours in the merit badge, you must complete the required sleeping requirements for this patch. You've got to take it. Wednesdays, going to San Diego. We already touched deep sea fishing. We also have the rock climbing merit badge at Solid Rock, the climbing gym. We also have snorkeling with the sharks. Small kids recommended. This is La Jolla Shores. This is one of the coolest programs out there. They spend 3 hours, and on Wednesday you get your lunches in the morning at 9 a.m. They're boxed lunches. Pack them up and go. We have a bus that will take you there, so you don't have to worry about driving, finding parking spaces at all. The bus will pick you up right here, take you to La Jolla Shores. You spend 3 hours out there snorkeling with leopard sharks and sand sharks, and it is cool. We also have kayaking and snorkeling, a little bit more strenuous, where you take the kayaks out to the ocean, you go around the cove to the caves, and you dive in the caves. We have surfing on Mission Bay. There's also a patch for that. It's a fun experience. We have the Jana. For those who are into history, we have an opportunity for you to go to the Midway. Explore the Midway. Spend the afternoon out there looking at the different memorials. We have the Mormon Battalion. It's a very cool, another historical site to go to. There's some cool patches there to discuss for Earth. You want to go SeaWorld and the zoo? Let us know. We can arrange that for you also. Yes, sir.
Online question. When are sign-ups for Wednesday's activities start, and how do we sign up, and additional costs?
Additional costs, sign-ups. Okay, start off first. When your sign-ups start, we sign up on May 15th. Additional costs will be posted by May 15th also. We are working with a bus charter company, so we're trying to get everything fine-tuned. I can tell you right now, though, deep sea fishing, they quoted at 70. We've already got that price down to 60. So we're still working to fine-tune all that. That's why you do not have the information today.
And what more women and activities?
You can pay for the activities online, or you can pay for them when you check in. Or you pay for them online. Pay for it online, or you pay for them when you check in. A lot of times you're going to have scouts who are going to come to you the day of the event saying, we want to go. We can accommodate them. I try to do my best to make sure everybody gets to go where they want to go. The deep sea fishing boat, like I said, holds 50, 60 people. We're good on that. The only real limit is on the snorkeling and kayaking. We're able to take 20 people in the morning, 20 people in the afternoon. The city of San Diego only allows so many kayak tours to be launched per hour, and there's a lot of companies out there doing it. So we're limited to 20 for the morning, 20 for the afternoon. All right. Any questions? Yes, sir.
Is this something where you should do it as the entire troop doing the same thing?
You don't have to.
Okay.
You have a kid you want to get rid of? You want to take snorkeling with the sharks? Let me know who you want to send.
Run down the butter and cream cheese first.
We've all been to school. We all know about A's, B's, C's, and D's. We are on the A policy here, 90% or above. So we send 10 kids, we bring back 9. We're still in the A and Talk to us and let us know, if you want them to come back, we'll take care of it. But no, we have staff who run on all these activities. So say you're a troop of 10 kids and you have 2 leaders. I have staff who are going to go with the kids, who are going to give them proper supervision, who will be there with them, who are going to basically treat them like a part of a little scout troop that day. So you don't have to go with them. You can send your scouts up to all of these different locations and sit back and practice your nap safely. That is one of the most valuable patches in scouting. Yes?
For like kayaking and snorkeling, do they have to be swimmers to go on?
I highly recommend that they be older for kayak and snorkeling. It's not you're going out against the current, you're going around the coves, and then you're diving into the caves down deep in the ocean. You're swimming, you're seeing all kinds of great fish and all, and then you're climbing back up. You're throwing yourself back on your kayak and you're paddling back a couple more miles. That's not you're basically going in tandem, so there are 2 people in the kayaks and all. Unless you really want to do all the work, you want to have.
But the question, the standard BSA voting rules apply. If a non-swimmer is going, they must be in a boat with an adult swimmer, and they must wear the PFD, period. If they get in to swim or do anything, they never take that PFD off. But that is standard BSA.
That's the kids that'll be probably beginners. But I know they want to go on that.
So that's just it has just an impact on them, but they'll have to be paired with an adult who is a swimmer to go out on any boat. That's standard scouting all day. They will not check that. It is an outfitter out there. This is you as a unit basically taking your troop out there. They're an outfitter who doesn't say, oh, the BSA guideline says I'm going to run show checks and things like that. So it becomes your responsibility to know who passed and didn't pass their show checks when they go out there.
Thank you, Colin. Yes.
I had a question on the tour permit. Now, would you have to add any of this extracurricular stuff to your tour permit?
No, because you're coming to camp here. So one of the biggest things to know about a tour permit is it really says this is what I'm doing and the activities I'm doing. And if a troop from here is out doing one of the planned activities, or you've told us when you're leaving here we're going to go out to do this, then it fits within the parameters of your plan.
go deep sea fishing and surfing lessons.
And how were those?
Oh, they loved it.
Are you on the Trum Run?
I didn't go. But some boys bring back fish that they forgot to tell us about, though.
Did they take it home with them?
No,
We found it before we left, but they
You
were.
found it before you left?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's hard not to.
so we had
Friday
to
night,
catch up.
we have a closing campfire. That's where it comes back to the skits that your scouts are preparing for. We have the award presentation. Do we have any cooks here? Okay.
I cook.
Okay. Does anybody cook chili?
No.
Okay, just to let you know, at CFI, chili is considered a dessert. Okay? We have a Dutch oven chili contest on Wednesday. We do awards on Friday night, as well as all the other awards we present here. We do honor troop, and also on third Friday night is the blue card party. After the campfire, all the adult leaders will meet in the La Jolla conference room, where you'll have all your blue cards, your awards, your patches, all your certification for the adults and for the scouts. And we'll be there till you're basically done and satisfied. What do we got next? Week 7. Who's coming week 7? Yes. Hi. I'm sorry. What happened week 7 is, like Carl told you, the campsites are managed by the city of San Diego. We have to go into a lottery to get the campsites. For week 7, we did not win the lottery. So Friday, we have to give the campsites to another group of kids. So, for you, what we're going to do is we're going to run the camp with the Sunday check-in. We'll go Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We'll do the same regular program. We'll push it all the way through there. On Friday, we will be doing the Wednesday afternoon on Friday. If you decide to stay, we're going to offer you guys lodging at Camp Balboa. We'll be doing the meals, lunch, dinner, and the Saturday breakfast at Camp Balboa. And we'll basically, like I said, we'll be doing all the activities that we would normally do on Wednesday on Friday. Everything. If they want to leave, you leave. But if you want to stay and enjoy San Diego, we're more than welcome to accommodate you at Camp Balboa. We'll take care of all the food, meals, and everything we would do normally here. Yes?
Sorry, what is the week 7 start date?
Week 7 is the last week, August 2nd to the 8th. So if you have any questions, we'll sit down and go over it with you and all. But we will week 7 is like week 1 for us also. We will make it the best week that your scouts have. My staff is motivated, they're ready to move up to Balboa for the Friday, for merit badges, and whatever else they need to do to make sure you're set up this time. Okay, scuba diving, hold on. Scuba diving, who's interested in scuba diving? Okay. We have a scuba diving program here, it's a merit badge program. It runs Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. It's $265. It's done by our sports chalet. On Monday and Tuesday, we're in the pool, we're in the classroom doing all the book and the prerequisite work. Wednesday, they do more practice swimming and practice diving in the pools at Sports Chalet. And on Thursday and Friday, they're doing 2 dives on La Jolla Shores. It's a great activity for your older scouts. They do end up being PADI certified, open water certification, which is good for lifetime. I highly recommend if you have the opportunity to do it. Next slide. So, you tell me like to fry here. Anybody have any questions? Yes, sir.
How important is getting the totem chip and fireman chip beforehand? Do they have to carry that stuff around with them in camp?
Totem chip and fireman shit is good for, they can get it ahead of time, but we teach it here on Tuesday and Thursday. It's not important to get it beforehand. You know, I mean, we get that out of the way for them, because every kid wants to come to my trading post and buy a knife.
Yeah.
And we supply those for you.
As a note, just for the wood carving merit badge, the prerequisite says totem chip, but if your scout doesn't have it, they can get it on Tuesday night and still get the merit badge and be fine. It's just a requirement that they go and get the totem chip.
Yes.
Last time I was here, we were sharing the showers with another people. So and then there was a schedule that we were showering like in the middle of the night and early in the morning. It was really strange.
So it's pretty much the same. The youth shower in the morning from 7 to 9 a.m. The adults from 9 to 12. The youth go again from 12 to 2. Adults go from 2 to 4. Then we close it from 6 to 7 for cleanup. And then adults go back in at 7 to 9. Youth from 9 to 11. And then adults again from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. You know, we
Is it a group shower?
Huh?
I know that it was like a group.
Yeah, we use out a facility here at the Sea Camp. Sea Camp is a group that basically works on marine biology, oceanography. They share their facility with us, so they share the showers with us also.
I'm saying they don't have like individual showers.
We have individual curtains.
You do?
Oh yeah.
Because it wasn't like that.
How long was that?
4 years ago. It was like a group shower thing, and it's like some of us are very fun.
We take a look. They're
Okay,
all
all right.
individually. We have
They
random
improved
curtains.
it a little bit. A little better now.
Yes.
You don't have to stand.
Online question, how far is it to carry scouts that are taking scuba? Who takes them?
We do. You just make sure they're here in the morning, or they make sure they're here in the morning. So basically, for going to scuba diving, the scouts will come in and have breakfast. Once they're done, we load them up. We take them to Sports Chalet on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then on Thursday and Friday, we invite them to join us as we take them to La Jolla Shores, where they'll be out there and they'll be diving for 2 dives. Going scuba diving with your scouts is the coolest thing. Have you guys ever watched like a war movie, the Navy SEALs going into the ocean and all? Well, that's what happens in the morning. They go into the ocean. In the afternoon, they have all the girls out on the beach in La Jolla, sunbathing and all. And then here comes these scouts. You see these little black heads walking out of the water, and they look like Navy SEALs coming out of the water when they're done. So that's the experience they're going to be going through. No problem at all. Come on, we got any more? Yes.
I have a friend that's texting me that's coming to camp.
Okay.
Can we bring ice chests to camp?
We have ice here for you. Now, when my troop comes to camp, I always bring 2 coolers. Every morning I would come up to the lodge here. I would get bags of ice. I would put it in my coolers. I also bring a big giant igloo, so my kids could always fill their thermoses and their bottles with cold water. I recommend everybody to have a water bottle because it does get very warm. You know, when you want to keep them hydrated at all times. You don't want them drinking slush puppies all day long. No.
She had another question. The leaders need to sign up for classes ahead of time.
No.
Thank you.
So another hand up over there.
I may ask a.
Okay. Yes.
Sorry. As far as week 7, what time do the troops need to be out of Fiesta Islands and moved over to?
They need to be done at 10 o'clock. I apologize for that, This is something that was unexpected. But we are going to do everything to make this just as great as a week as all the other weeks are. And it will be. Yes, sir.
Visitors from local areas, stuff we have here by 10 o'clock, so lots of these.
You guys all have a pen on you? Write this number down. 858 309 2466. My name is Charles. People will want to go to ball games on Wednesday nights. Or you might want to take your kids to a Padre game and watch them beat the Dodgers.
Whoa.
If you guys are off the island and you don't get back till 11 or a little later because you're out on activity, call me. I don't sleep. I sleep about an average of 4 hours a night. I'm up every morning by 4. I don't get to bed till sometimes after 1. I'll be more than happy to go to the gate and open the gate for you. There's no problem at all. Enjoy San Diego. Get out and see all the stuff that goes on. I don't know if the Sockers are playing or the Gulls are playing, but I know the Padres are in town a lot. Go out and see the activities. On Wednesdays, you don't want to do what we got going on for our activities, or you don't want to wear merit badges, go to the beach. We offer transportation to Pacific Beach. I believe we have boogie boards at council. That's still correct? I know we have some last year. Well, we could get you to the Pacific Beach. Go out there, take your lunches out there, and just have a nice afternoon in the beach. Okay? There's plenty of things to do out there. Any other questions? Yes.
So for Wednesday activities, as far as the transportation for the kids, the troop has to,
I have a bus. They'll
So
take
there's a bus.
everybody everywhere. Yes, no scout is allowed to buy knives unless they have their proper cards. I would also talk to your scouts about setting a limit on how many knives they can buy. I don't know, Carl. I mean, I don't know if council minds how many knives you buy, but
I'm sorry, I was busy paying for our food,
thank
so.
you. You have a limit on how many knives a scout can buy.
Knives.
10 or 12.
Whatever their card limit is, we will let them.
I had a scout who was sitting on a chair, and it sounded like he was laying an egg. It was like this clanging thing and all. And get up. He had like 8 or 9 knives. He had pretty much every knife we had here in the trading post. So talk to your scouts about that. You know, my staff will sell them the knives, but you might want to talk to the staff about your scouts about how many they can buy. Any other questions? Come on. Yes.
Will we be able to find online somewhere what the menu will be?
Yeah, I think it's possible. When I start emailing you in about 2 weeks, ask me that question, and I'll try to make that happen. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I have a boy that's like allergic to all legumes, like all peas, nuts, everything.
So for dietary requests, you're going to send me your scout list of any dietary requests. If they gluten-free menu or whatever the menu their request is, if they're allergic to this or that. We will give it to our caterer who has a dietitian on staff. We'll make sure that all that your scout is getting nutritious meals each day, but also that they're getting what they're supposed to have, not what they're not supposed to have.
But we don't believe in lobster-only diets. One of the questions online was those people on the last week who were checking into Balboa, the Friday thing. You can come over to Balboa at any time, but the nighttime gate closes at 10 o'clock. That's our agreement with the city. So whatever activity you are doing, you need to be back at Balboa by 10 o'clock. If you want to come set your stuff up or what have you, but we've got to close the gate for anything but an emergency at 10 p.m. on that night.
Yes, sir.
As far as tents go, is that something that is provided by camp, or is that
No,
something?
you bring your own tents.
Because it says recommended to bring tents on your document.
Well, I like sleeping outside underneath the stars. That's what I recommend for myself. So please bring your own tents. Somebody asked about tent sizes. Have fun at camp. My troop, and unfortunately I won't just do that. My troop, when they come out here, and they live, like I said, up on the hill, each pair brings a truck down with 5-man tents. I mean, they live large. But they have fun. So whatever you do, have fun while you're at camp. I mean, if your kids want to bring a giant tent, we're going to walk you through the campsite so you can see them. Have fun. I mean, we'll try to do everything we can to accommodate your needs. The staff will meet with your kids to make sure that they are reaching the goals that they set before coming to camp. Problems will arise. We will do our best to solve those problems in a quick and timely manner. Our goal is to make sure you guys have a great time in our camp. Any more questions? No. I hope that you guys are looking forward to camp as much as we are. This is going to be a great summer. Like I said, said, you'll be getting emails from me probably within the next 2 weeks. You'll be getting emails from me probably every other week through camp, and probably a couple after camp also. Your feedback is important to us. That's the only way we can make camp better. Communicate all your wants and needs. The checklist we provided for you will make check-in easier. Being a Scoutmaster who's brought his kids to camp, we tried to make this friendly for you to make your check-in and your stay here easier. Yes, sir.
Can you send this out digitally as well?
It should be online.
If it's not up already, it should either be up Monday or Tuesday.
Okay.
And then we plan on getting the video posted by hopefully by the end of the week, maybe earlier.
There's a leader's guide online.
Right, there's a regular leader's guide, and then there is this leader's resource.
Okay.
And the whole point is, the leader's guide is really something that lots of families will look like. This is really something that you, as the person in charge of the group coming, need to familiarize. White page prints 20 extra pages for every year in the troop. So.
Yes.
Will there be links for the waivers or online?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Can we bring easy ups for the national safety?
I highly recommend Easy Ups. Neck pillows are good. Little scouts to put your feet on are good. Yes, you want to prepare for that and nap safely. If there's no more questions, I'm going to ask Toss to lead us in the CFI prayer. And we'll go in and have lunch.